This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Amazon is once again looking for a location for one of its headquarters, and one local congressman has a suggestion for the company's CEO. Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to your trifecta of local information. We are on the air, online, and on the Samsung Productions app. My name is Ken Carr. My friends call me Kenny, and I call these headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. I guess everyone calls them headlines. Congressman Dan Muser has written a letter to Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. The congressman hopes to encourage Bezos to choose the 9th Congressional District for the company's HQ2 headquarters. The company recently canceled plans to locate the new headquarters in New York City. Muser explains that the 9th District is a 2-hour drive from New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C., and that it's linked to other major population centers by several major highways, including Interstate 81, I-78, I-80, and I-476. He says that Amazon is aware of the logistical advantages since it operates a fulfillment and warehousing center in Hazel Township. Muser is offering Bezos a walkthrough of the communities with local and state officials. School safety was a topic of discussion again at last night's Hazleton Area School Board meeting. Residents pressed the board to improve school safety. At the February 13th meeting, protesters with signs gathered in response to a video that circulated on social media after an incident in the high school cafeteria. Last night's discussion focused on counseling, peer mediators, and character education. You can read more in today's Standard Speaker. Just check out Kent Jackson's article. It's also available at standardspeaker.com. When the bat signal goes up, Bruce Wayne becomes Batman. When a rocket goes up, I become Cosmic Ken. I don't have any cool gadgets or a costume, just a hat and a t-shirt. Welcome to Taking Up Space, where I take up space in the newscast by talking about space. Behind me is historic Launch Complex 39A at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. This summer, we'll celebrate the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11, the mission that put men on the moon. And that mission launched from right here. If all goes according to plan, more history will be made at 39A this weekend as NASA and the Commercial Crew Program take one giant leap toward launching astronauts from American soil for the first time since 2011. For cultural reference, that's the year Bridesmaids came out. Great movie. Set your alarms and your Keurig machines for 2:49 a.m. Saturday morning. SpaceX is launching demonstration Mission 1 on their Falcon 9 rocket, and I just so happen to have one right here. This is not to size. On top will not be a payload fairing like this, but what's called the Crew Dragon capsule. I tried to make one out of an old sports script here, but I don't think it does it justice, so let's check out this NASA animation. DM-1 is basically a test run for Dragon to the International Space Station with no living astronauts on board. But SpaceX always puts on a great show with their webcast, so expect some cool video. You can watch live at spacex.com/webcast, and you can also watch on NASA TV. If you don't want to get up that early this weekend, SpaceX does archive their launches on their YouTube channel. On Sunday, again if all goes well, Crew Dragon will dock with the International Space Station, and it's set to leave on March 8th for its return to Earth. If DM-1 is successful, that opens the door for the next mission for Crew Dragon, and that will have astronauts on board. Boeing also plans a test mission soon for their Starliner spacecraft that will also be used to take astronauts to space from U.S. soil. If you're still not insanely excited about NASA's Commercial Crew Program, check out part of this NASA video.
Up until now, it's been governments that have sent people into space. And, working with our NASA partners, we are on the doorstep of being able to open it up to a much greater population.
100 years ago, the average person would say, buy a ticket. I will never fly an airplane, and I will never be able to buy a ticket to go in an airplane. We might really be able to do that someday. So you can't think in today. You have to think about what's it going to be like tomorrow.
When SSPTV News turns 125, we're 25 this year, check out the graphic. But when we're 125, maybe we'll have a studio orbiting the Earth and you can all come and visit. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know there's a pretty cool launch scheduled for this weekend. Thanks for watching. I'm Cosmic Ken. Now back to boring old Ken Cara at the news desk.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Snow surprised me this morning. I don't know why. I read the weather every day here on SSPTV News, but still surprised me. Maybe more snow this weekend. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, 80% chance of some light snow. We will have a low of 28 degrees. New snow accumulation of around an inch is possible. Then on Saturday, rain and snow is likely. 60% chance of precipitation. New snow accumulation of less than a half inch. And we will have a high of 38 degrees. At night, 20% chance of some snow showers. Low of 25 degrees. 60% chance of snow on Sunday with highs in the mid-30s. 80% chance of snow Sunday night, low of 22 degrees. Partly sunny on Monday with a high of 28. Cold at night, but mostly clear with a low of 7 degrees. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 21. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 6 degrees. Due to the forecast, Weatherly Borough Police tells us that the borough snow ban will go into effect at 8 p.m. this evening. Check the SSPTV News Facebook page for weather-related announcements. The Lady Bears of Monomoy area are back-to-back District 11 AA champions. Here's the SSPTV Standard Speakers scoreboard. I feel like I have to say this. According to Chapter 11, Paragraph 2 of the Sports Reporter's Handbook, I have to say this. Defense wins championships. I was going to say esports. I'm working on a story on that. The Lady Bears forced 31 Marion turnovers in this 51-37 win. Jordan Kermonic and Emily Lawrence combined for 26 points. The Phillies did lose Emily Schad, who's been fantastic for them for a little bit in the second half of the game. She came back after an injury. Both Monomoy area and Marion now have qualified for the state playoffs next week. Hazleton area boys and girls are playing for a District 2-4 sub-regional championship this weekend. Girls tip off tonight at 6 p.m. at Mohegan Sun Arena against Williamsport. Our John Eric Polai is covering that game, and we'll have the story on Monday. The boys play Scranton on Saturday at 8 p.m. For updates on that game, follow Dave Seaman on Twitter. The Standard Speaker sports editor will also join me next week on our sister show, Community NEPA News, to talk about the two games. We have two great stories coming up. First, a look at this year's Community Services Recite Bowling Tournament. And in sports, just ahead of districts, we talk with some members of the Hazleton area high school swimming teams. Watch SSPTV in Wilkes-Barre on Service Electric Cable Communications Channel 92, Saturday and Sunday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. The 23rd Annual Greater Hazleton Job Fair will be held on March 28th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Genetti's Ballrooms in Hazel Township. If any business would like to participate in the job fair, you can contact the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. The Pittston St. Patrick's Day Parade is set for tomorrow at noon on Main Street in Pittston. For more information on the parade, you can visit Pittston St. Patrick's Parade on Facebook. And Booty's Place in Hazleton has a few weekend specials for this weekend, and they are currently listed on your screen. For more information, you can call Booty's Place at 570-455-5551. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Gary D. Christopher of McAdoo. Services will be private under the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Regina Skippy Constable of Hazleton. The Boyle Funeral Home will announce their arrangements. Edna Pearl Dutz of Hazleton, who lived to be 101 years old. A celebration of life will be held Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Bethel Baptist Church in Freeland. Friends may call Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the church. The McNulty Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Joseph A. Reel of Calairs. Mass will be Monday at 12 noon at Church of All Saints. Friends may call Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Damiano Funeral Home. And Teresa A. Schmur of Hazleton. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home will announce their arrangements.